Hello and welcome to our special broadcast. India take on Australia in the semi-final clash. Big game today between India and Australia. So it will be interesting to see what lineup do they field. And the match will start at 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Who holds the upper hand and when India take the revenge? We'll discuss all of this in the next half an hour. Let's start our special broadcast. All right, so it's a blockbuster semi-final between India and Australia. Who holds the upper hand and who will take on South Africa in the finals? Let's take a detailed report, the preview of India versus Australia, then we'll start the discussion.
The second semi-final of the Women's Cricket World Cup will be played on Thursday at the D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai, where host India face defending champions Australia. India have never lifted the World Cup title so far. In the World Cups, Team India has faced defeats twice in the semi-finals and twice in the finals. And notably, 2 of those 4 losses came against Australia. Looking at their head-to-head record in World Cup knockout matches, the two teams have met 3 times, with Australia winning twice and India once. In the 1997 World Cup semi-final, Australia defeated India by 19 runs. In the 2005 World Cup final, Australia beat India by 98 runs. And in the 2017 World Cup semi-final, India defeated Australia by 36 runs. Since that semi-final loss in 2017, Australia have not lost a single World Cup match. Overall, in women's ODIs, India and Australia have faced each other 60 times, with Australia winning 49 and India winning 11. Ahead of the semi-final, Team India suffered a major setback as in-form opener Pratika Rawal has been ruled out of the tournament due to injury. Shafali Varma has been included as her replacement. The opening pair of Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal had been an excellent touch lately. So testing a new opening combination in a crucial semi-final will be a challenge for India.
मुझे दो दिन पहले पता लगा जब मैं अपनी हरियाणा टीम के साथ थी. Absolutely what happened with Pratika. एज ए स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन देख के अच्छा नहीं लगता है एंड कोई नहीं चाहता किसी भी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन को ऐसी इंजरी हो. बट भगवान ने मुझे कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा करने के लिए यहाँ भेजा है एंड एब्सोल्युटली पापा फैमिली सभी बहुत खुश हुए एंड रियली हैप्पी कि आई हूँ टीम में और ये बहुत अच्छा मौका मेरे लिए. अगर मैं खेलती हूँ तो मैं अपना बेस्ट दूंगी.
On the other hand, Australian captain Alyssa Healy returns to the side after missing 2 matches due to injury. In the previous game, Alana King made history by taking 7 wickets for just 18 runs, registering the best ever bowling figures in Women's World Cup history.
We expect a tough contest, there's no doubt about that. I think every time we've played here, it's been a tough contest. It's obviously really good conditions and there's going to be, by all accounts, a massive crowd. And, you know, I know that India are a really strong batting order. They throw everything at us. So we certainly need to make sure that we're ready for them and they bat with a lot of depth.
When the two teams met earlier in the group stage of this World Cup, India had set a massive target of 331 runs. But Australia chased it down successfully, setting a new world record for the highest successful chase in Women's World Cup history.
Australia is 7 times world champion and unbeaten in the last 15 World Cup matches. The last team to defeat Australia in ICC knockout stage was India, and it's expected that India will repeat the feat in front of their home crowd and make it to the finals of their home World Cup. With camera person Ashish Sharma, this is Suchitra reporting for DD India in Navi Mumbai.
All right, for more insights, we are joined by senior sports journalist Rakesh Rao. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you giving us your precious time. A big game today between India and Australia. And Australia come into this semi-final unbeaten, while India have had to fight their way through. Sir, how do the two teams compare in terms of form and confidence?
Well, there's no question about Australia starting this game as the hot favorites. They know how to beat India. They know how to chase, totals, and they have beaten India where India performed as its best. I mean, 330 runs was because of India's strength. India's strength lies in its strong top order, and that day the top order came good, but it also exposed the frailty in India's bowling. So Australia has hit India where it hurts. Because when each time you remember that you had 331 as a target and you allowed Australia to chase it down, this is not going to make you feel good. And this is in the same tournament where their teams are up against each other in the semifinals. But this is only one side of the story. The second side is that Indians now know what they need to do because the pressure will be on Australia. Indians know that they have been playing too well because they have lost to all the teams which finished ahead of them in the league. They were superior to all the teams which finished behind them. So they took the last spot after the top three spots were already taken. They are not playing their best cricket as of now, but the law of averages is in India's favor. Like if you look at England, what happened to England? England, the easiest game in the league was against South Africa, and they were knocked out by South Africa. So Indians can draw some confidence from there and say that, look, if South Africa can, upstage England, so we can. And Indians have the ability. It is just that I still feel that India's best chance is to bat first, put the runs on the board, and then try to put pressure on them. Now, unlike a league game, the pressures of a knockout game is a lot different. There's a lot different. So if Indians can again hit it up, again, like 300, then Indians will have the confidence to go for it. Chasing down, then again, much will depend on how India's top three do. If they don't do well, middle order, the top half of the middle order also looks okay, but I think Indians will have a tough thing because the pressure gets to India far more easily than it impacts Australians.
And it's the battle of nerves also, Rakesh ji. Knockout games are often won by calm heads. But talking about India's playing 11, on India's side, Shafali Varma's return has created quite a buzz. She wasn't even there in the standbys earlier. Now you think she'll be drafted in straight away, and it will not be easy for her. I mean, she's likely to open along with Vice Captain Smriti Mandhana. You think? She'll have to adjust. I mean, there will be a lot of nerves in Shafali Varma. But yes, Shafali Varma should be part of the playing 11 today.
Playing 11, yes, but I still have my, I have my doubts whether they will risk opening with her. Because if she doesn't do well, nobody will do anything to her because she hasn't been playing so much of cricket. Yes, in September, she did have a good hit, but overall, she's been out of the Indian team. So it's not easy for a person to come in. But yes, her utility as a person who can bat and bat really well, that will help India. So I would still like to see somebody who has played a lot more. Indians should go in with a kind of mindset where I would like to see Harleen open. Assuming that, each time India has lost an early wicket, Harleen has virtually played the new ball. So assuming that, you have to give her that kind of a, like a sort of a match situation where Harleen is told you are still batting at number 3, but you're facing the second ball of the match.
Yeah,
it's like that. So if Harleen is ready to get into that role, and Shafali can be drafted into the playing 11 purely as a middle order batter, because you're not to shake up too much with, with Harman and others. So there is what, I would like to see that happen. But even if Shafali comes at number 3, if Shafali opens, then I think we have to be very fair to her. We have to be very patient with her because she will take her time. Shafali cannot just afford to come and just swing her bat and lose that opportunity. Then this entire decision of drafting her in and throwing her at the deep end straight away, that is not fair to the cricketer. You have to also think like a cricketer, not just because of her reputation. Her reputation is fine. That's why she's in the team. But the point is that the initial team which was actually drafted, the first 11, the first squad.
Yeah.
There, if you see our, batting lineup, which is, anybody who is not in the playing 11, they were all bowlers.
Yes.
We have exhausted all our, well-known, experienced, batters in the playing 11. So it became very clear that the selectors had actually faltered in picking one batter less. So Shafali could have been included at the cost of a bowler, but you have put so much emphasis on people who can bowl also, bat also a bit. That is not great for this form of cricket. 2020 you can still say okay, we can do it, but 50 over game it becomes very difficult. You can't just go in with 4 bowlers or a 5th bowler, and that bowler has to be a good bowler. It can't be just a person who is essentially a batter but who can also bowl. This at international level these days won't work. You need to have players who can bowl well and bowlers who can bat well. So those days are gone now. So for India, Indians will have to just pray that our bowlers have a good day eventually. Because if you see even the last game against like New Zealand, what Indians did was that Indians even conceded 270 plus runs in a 44 over like truncated game. That means our bowlers still get hit, irrespective of how much our batters put up on the board. Our bowlers are going for runs. So that is not good news. And this is where Australia becomes a little mentally stronger, because they know that our bowlers are mentally not that strong. They are not bowling in the right areas and they're conceding runs, like bucket full of runs. So that is something that the Indians will have to look and try to squeeze that area there. But I don't assume, I don't even expect magic to happen, miracle to happen. But that is one area where we will have to hold our catches, make sure that any half chance is converted into a wicket.
Absolutely. But yes, big setback for India. Pratika Rawal is injured. She is not part of the squad now. Shafali Varma has replaced her. Rakeshji, please stay with us. I'll come back to you. But we'll go across to Navi Mumbai now. DD India's Suchitra Bhardwaj joins us from there. She is covering this match. Hi, Suchitra. First of all, tell us about the weather update. How is the weather holding up? We have seen unseasonal rains this week.
Hi Abhishek, yes, the conditions have been cloudy since the morning, and even now the sky is overcast. And but yes, the fans are really excited about this match. I have some fans of Team India with me. So how excited are you for the match, and what are the chances of India winning this match?
Definitely India will win this match because it's a semi-final. It's a home team playing in the home conditions, so there is an advantage to India. And we are very excited. We have taken leave, and that is why this shows that we are very excited, and we have come here to support India, and we are happy. And let's see.
So it's the semi-final. How do you see India's chances?
Yeah, India will win definitely, and we are cheering India. And all the best, India. We are with you.
So Abhishek, the match will start at 3 p.m. But you can see behind me the lines. All the roads today are going to DY Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai. It's expected to be a full house, and the crowd is going to be the 12th player for Indian cricket team today. Abhishek.
People, yes, Suchitra, you're saying people must have started coming in. I hope it's a house full. But again, Suchitra, what kind of pitch are we looking at today? And also, could dew become a factor later in the evening?
Well, Abhishek, there's too much noise here, so I'm not able to hear you properly. You were just talking about the pitch. I think the DY Patil is always known for high-scoring matches. The pitch is going to be batters friendly, and we know that both the teams, they have such quality batters that we can see a high score. Even when they met in the league stage, India posted 330 and Australia chased it down. So today also we expect a high scoring match, and India played really well in that match, but there were some areas to improve. We started really well. We were in a position to score 400, but we were limited to 330. After a great start, we did not even play the full 50 overs. So those kind of mistakes you can't afford against a team like Australia. So today I think Team India will learn from their mistakes. They committed the same mistake against England, against South Africa, against Australia, against the three strong teams that they faced in the World Cup. So They played really well against New Zealand. So we'll just hope that, keeping in mind that it's a semi-final, there's no second chance.
Yeah.
And once you have got a good start, you have to convert it into a big total. Smriti Mandhana also realized that how important her wicket is when you are at the crease. When you have got a good start, you have to take your innings deep because it really matters for your team. Abhishek.
Also, yes, Suchitra, like you said, it's a redemption game also for India. India had lost the league game against the same Aussie side. They had, in fact, scored 330. Still, they lost. So that's why we are saying that Australia will not be an easy team to beat. But Suchitra, we were discussing just a short while ago about the likely playing 11. Big setback for India. Pratika Rawal not part of the squad now. Shafali Varma will definitely be in the playing 11, but is she likely to open along with Smriti Mandhana?
Well, Abhishek, again, I'm just picking on the clue words that I'm getting for you. I just heard about, you're talking about Shafali Varma and Pratika Rawal. So yes, a missing player like Pratika Rawal, in the past few months, Pratika Rawal and Smriti Mandhana, they have been the greatest opening pair in women's cricket. Pratika Rawal not playing this all-important match is a big setback for India. But if we talk about Shafali Varma, yesterday she came in the pre-match press conference and she was brimming with confidence. And you never know, Shafali Varma can end up being the X factor in this match today. Because Smriti Mandhana and Shafali Varma, they have opened for India earlier. And if we talk about this pair, Smriti versus Pratika, then Smriti plays the aggressive cricket and Pratika plays the anchor's role. But when it comes to Shafali Varma, when Shafali and Smriti used to open for India, then Shafali was the one taking the aggressive route. So, it matters a lot for Shafali because Pratika was playing good, but she was also being criticized by a certain section for her strike rate. But that issue is not going to be there for Shafali Varma. Yes, she has been away from the Indian team, but she was very much active in the domestic circuit.
Yeah.
Even when she got a call for this particular match, she was playing for the Haryana team. And in cricket, it really matters. If Shafali Varma clicks today, I think it will underline the importance of domestic cricket, why it's important to be in touch with cricket for the international players.
Absolutely, Suchitra, Shafali Varma, Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet Kaur, all will be very important. But yes, thank you for the time being, Suchitra. Yes, but yes, we'll keep taking updates from you. Rakesh ji is also with us. Rakesh ji, we're talking about Smriti Mandhana, and we have previously discussed also, how important the start is in crucial matches, especially in knockouts. Smriti Mandhana versus Australia's pacers today?
Not just her, because I expect, as I expect the law of averages been at the losing end for so long now. Similarly, Smriti, the law of averages can go against her. But the point is that Indians will have to bat. I mean, Smriti will do what she does. Too much of pressure. Obviously, she knows that in the absence of a regular opening partner, the pressure will be on her. She will have to ensure that her new partner at the other end does not get to face too much, because this person will have to rotate the strike also. At the same time, play her game, but also make it comfortable for the other person. Because Smriti, we all know that she is in great form. She's been stroking the ball so well, be it, finding the gaps, hitting over the infield. She's doing everything right. And she's playing variety of... All that is fine. Smriti is not the area of concern here. Concern is that what if our opening, if at least 2 out of the top 3 don't click, then the pressure comes in, onto our middle order. And middle order, they don't bat so aggressively. Because if you remember the match against England, that is one shining example of how we lost that plot with around 50 runs to go, 50 balls in hand, 7 wickets in hand. and then we lost the match from there. So the confidence factor when it comes to the Indians, it is there that we rely so much on the top three, and out of which one is not in the playing 11. So again, there are some concerns there, but then it is, it is a huge game, and Indians will have to just put everything aside and say, let's finish the job today, because Australia's bowling, we know, can be hammered. We have scored runs against them even in the series before the World Cup, and we know, how to deal with these guys. Yeah. But the point again is that can we stay that, that calmness is so important. You can't get carried away by the occasion, because Indians have shown this frailty, because people win for. We saw it against, South Africa. We saw it against England. We saw it against Australia. We created opportunities to win. We didn't exploit it to the hilt. We drop catches. We misfield, and the pressure created. I mean, whatever little pressure that a certain bowler creates, that vanishes into thin air because your fielders are not supporting you. So a lot of work has to be done. But, as I said, I don't expect great things to happen. Miracles do happen. But I'm being fair to the Indians here. I'm not expecting too much, because there is a difference between these two teams. And Australia's confidence is definitely more than that of India. But Indians can use this as an opportunity. The pressure is more on Australia. And Indians are playing at home. Make this count. I mean, this is a huge opportunity, because beating Australia in a semi-final is easier than facing them in the title clash. So take that as an opportunity. I think the team that has been, it has just about managed to reach, where it always wanted to be among the top 4 teams. But what has happened is that Australia knows that how to deal with India. They know that psychologically India is a little low now because of what happened in their last encounter. So we'll have to, shut everything out of that space and say, listen, this is a new game. We have to make it count, and everyone will have to come to the party. Don't expect Smriti to do the job. Don't expect just one bowler or our, Renuka or somebody to do, because they are very comfortable against our fast bowlers. So be it Kranti, be it Renuka, they'll be very comfortable. So expect somebody like, Charani or somebody to actually weave that kind of, magic. For once, we'll have to rely that our spinners do the job for a change. Because fast bowlers, you can't beat these Aussies. They're very comfortable with our pace on these wickets.
Right. Also, Rakeshji, Australia have a better head-to-head record also, and India will have to overcome that mental block also against Australia. The match will start at 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for your insights, Rakeshji. And in the ongoing World Cup, Team India has recorded many individual records as well, be it Pratika Rawal, who is now ruled out, marvellous Mandhana, mighty Deepti or Captain Harmanpreet Kaur. All have etched their names in history books. Our next report gets you more details.
The Indian women's cricket team not only made it to the semi-finals of the ongoing Women's Cricket World Cup, but created a lot of individual records as well. The tournament witnessed the rise of players like Pratika Rawal, along with the graceful touches of experienced players like Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana. The most number of records were attained in India's league stage match against New Zealand. Let's take a look at them. Pratika Rawal became the fastest Indian and joint fastest to score 1,000 ODI runs. In the match against New Zealand, Rawal became the third player in Women's Cricket World Cup to score 100, take a wicket and a catch in a single match. Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal recorded 212 run stand, which is India's highest in Women's Cricket World Cup's history and highest opening partnership in the current edition. India also recorded its highest total with 340 for a loss of 3 wickets. The score was attained in its match against New Zealand and is also the second highest total against New Zealand in women's ODI after England's 347 for 5 in 2021. Smriti Mandhana recorded joint most international hundreds and joint most hundreds in a calendar year. Renuka Singh surpassed former legendary Indian pacer Jhulan Goswami, becoming the fastest Indian pacer to touch the 100 international wicket milestone in 143 appearances. Deepti Sharma became only the fifth player in the tournament's 52-year-old history to achieve the rare double of a 4-wicket haul and half-century in the same match. The Indian star is also the first player to do so against England in the Women's Cricket World Cup. Not only this, Deepti also became the second Indian bowler to get to the 150-wicket landmark in Women's ODI. In match against England, captain Harmanpreet Kaur became just the second Indian player to score 1,000 runs in ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Now going into the semi-finals, the hosts have now a bigger task in hand. The dream is to secure a maiden World Cup victory, surpassing the crucial battle of the semi-finals. Sports Desk, DD India.
Yes, and focus shifts to today's game now. India versus Australia, match to start at 3 p.m. IST, and knockout games are often won by calm heads, and whichever side is mentally tougher in the match likely to take the game too. But yes, high quality match today, and that's all we have in our special broadcast. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.